Hello everybody. In this video we will talk about connection between electric drum kit, arranger keyboard or anything that is capable to send MIDI messages and Easy Drummer. So let us start. I have here in front of me Easy Drummer, stand-alone Easy Drummer. So and here in front of me I have Yamaha Genius arranger keyboard. In another room I have electric drums. I have Yamaha DTX X900, but it is same kind of connection if you have electric drum kit or if you have keyboard. So for me it's easier to explain you because in this room beside of my computer and Easy Drummer I have my keyboard. So let us start to explain you connection. But whatever I do on keyboard, you can apply it same type of connection for your drum kit, whatever drum kit you have. Now let us start. For connection, first you have to know, do you have USB connection from your brain of your drum kit? If you have USB connection, then you may have MIDI interface already built in your drum kit. In this case, you can send MIDI messages through USB connection. But if you don't have, if you have some kind of brain that is older, not newer, older, and if you don't have USB connection, then you must have a USB interface. It is MIDI USB interface, MIDI interface. This is just MIDI interface, but sometimes if you have MIDI card, it is possible that you have inside of MIDI card, if you have actually audio card, it is possible that your audio card that you have, it is audio interface and MIDI interface at the same time. So some of those cards are like Steinberg UR22 or Steinberg UR242, or for example there is I have a RME card, it has a MIDI interface, or some Motu cards, they have MIDI interface and they have audio interface as well. So in any way you can check it. If you look at back of your card, you must have MIDI connections. That is classical, like classic MIDI connection that you have for MIDI cables. So from your, for example, if you then don't have USB connection from your brain, drum brain, then you have to take MIDI cables and MIDI outputs from your sound module or keyboard. MIDI output cable from keyboard goes to MIDI input to this MIDI interface, and MIDI output from MIDI interface goes to MIDI input of the keyboard. So through MIDI output you will send messages from the keyboard to MIDI input on interface and to software. And after, if you want to listen those messages, because that is not audio signal, you are not recording something in audio format, you are just sending messages from your keyboard. What did you hit? How much did you hit? On which place? Is that cymbal? Is that snare? Is that kick? So how hard? So all those information you will get in your software, in your Easy Drummer. And Easy Drummer will understand those information, and Easy Drummer is going to play that. Whatever you decide, whatever you played on instrument, actually it will be played on Easy Drummer. Easy Drummer is going to send that sound, and you will be able to hear that sound. Now, beside of that setting that you have to do, physical setting with cables and MIDI interfaces, or if you have MIDI interface or audio card, you have to install driver, you know that. You have to see name of the card, you have to go on internet, you have to install driver. When you have driver, you will be able to connect your hardware with your software. Now, what is setting that you have to do on your Easy Drummer? On Easy Drummer, if you go under setting, you have to go audio MIDI setup. And now in audio MIDI setup, you have to find that is devices ASIO type, and then you have which device. It is depending on device that you have. I have Pro Tools Quartet, so that's why it's Pro Tools. I chose Pro Tools. But if you have, for example, MR816 card, or if you have UR22, or you have UR242 from Steinberg, or if you have RME Babyface, then you will choose that card that you have, and then you will go under output you will leave it like output 1 and 2, then you will go out and MIDI device. Now MIDI device is your actually MIDI interface, or a card, audio card that has MIDI interface built in. Or if your sound module has USB connection and you have already installed your driver, then you will see that your sound module is on the list of all those devices, and you will choose your sound module because USB connection will already be functional as a MIDI device as well. Now, you have to choose on which channel you are communicating. Most of your drums will be already on channel number 10, so leave it in channel number 10. But if you have your keyboard connected and it is in sound mode, then that keyboard is probably on channel number 1. Like my keyboard is right now in sound mode. Look at my keyboard here in sound mode, and I will leave channel number 10 for now. And I will try to play some keys on my keyboard. Nothing is happening because channel number 1 is on my keyboard. So I will just go for a moment to show you that connection. If I go to MIDI channel number 1, let me go back here. If I go to MIDI channel number 1 and I say OK, and now if I play my keyboard, now I'm getting sound because now my keyboard is connected to my Easy Drummer, and as you can see, my Easy Drummer is working perfectly well. I can hear sounds, and you can see here picture of the movements on each of those elements that I'm playing. Timpan, snare, kick. Whatever I play, you can hear that way. Now I have connection on MIDI channel number 1 between my keyboard that is on MIDI channel number 1 and my Easy Drummer. But what if I switch? What if I switch to arranger mode? Now in arranger mode, my keyboard is going to play on channel MIDI channel number 10. If I play it, nothing. Now I have to change here in software. I have to change it to audio MIDI channel number 10. Now if I'm on MIDI channel number 10, and if I say OK, if I play now it plays properly. You can hear. Now we have connection and my instrument is playing properly. But maybe your instrument it doesn't play properly. Why it doesn't play properly? Because you didn't do something very important. You have to go to menu. You have to go to settings. Under those settings you will find 5 options. It doesn't matter whatever you click. I will click to eDrums. Again, those 5 options you are going to be able to see here. Now eDrums. When you connect software that you purchase, it will show under MIDI mapping none. If it's under MIDI mapping none and you are trying to play, it is not playing properly. There is no snare and cymbals are not playing properly. Again, no snare, no nothing. So some of instruments are playing, but MIDI mapping in Yamaha keyboard or drums is different from MIDI mapping that we chose here in this software. So you have to choose proper MIDI mapping. Now if you go to menu again back, you go to setting, you go to eDrums, or here in eDrums, now you will choose which drums do you have. If you have Alassis, then choose Alassis. If you have Roland drums, then choose Roland drums. If you have Yamaha drums, then choose Yamaha drums. In my case, I have Yamaha keyboard connected that has same mapping. This keyboard has same mapping like my Yamaha drums that are in another room. So my Yamaha drums or keyboard with that mapping, when I choose that mapping, it will work properly. Now in case it is still something that doesn't work properly, I have to do some mixing. Now in my mixing, if I go and increase, for example, these cymbals or high cymbals and ambient, compressor, reverb, and I play it may be that my cymbals are too loud. Maybe too loud. So those are my cymbals. But if I mix them here, I can mix ambient, how much ambient I want to have, how much compression I want to have, how much reverb I want to have, or I can put everything down and I can solo this. I didn't, in this case, let me play it again. I didn't separate my tracks, so everything comes to stereo output. So, but I can separate that. But I can do that in another video. Then if I mute, you will be able just to hear snare or kick or hi-hat or something what is on separate channel. But presently everything is on just 2 stereo channels. And now sometimes if I mute, for example, snare, I can still, if I solo one of instrument, I can still hear another instruments because of ambience, compressor and reverb and other things that are activated here. So let us go back. Play it. But I can finish this video. I think you already understand what I was doing in this video. So my goal in this video was to show you what do you need if you want to connect your drums, electric drums, or your keyboard to Easy Drummer, and to use advantage of Easy Drummers, that beautiful sounds, that beautiful samples. And now what you can do, you can change your snare. You can play another snare. You can change pitch. You can change pitch. You have different kind of snares. You have Pearl, you have Ludwig, you have Sonor, you have Tama, you have several options. You can choose whatever you want. You can change pitch. You can mix it. So change your kick as well. Change any instrument. So now you are flexible to work with this. So in this video, I was talking about standalone version that you can use, as I mentioned, for practicing, for live performing. If you connect it to a laptop, connect your laptop to your mixer in live environment, you are playing your maybe cheap electric drums and you are getting from Easy Drummer excellent sound, the best sound. So in this case, you can improve your sound performance and you can get better sounding drummers. Drums that actually they are. You are using your electric kit only for trigger messages and send messages, and you are using sounds from Easy Drummer. But if you want to use this in software, in recording, I have to make new video and explain you how it works now in software. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe, support me. I am giving you those videos for free. And have a great day and see you in one of the next videos. Bye-bye.